Hey, Den family, welcome back. Den Mother Amanda here, bringing you another stream. We'll do another Transmaxxing episode, part two. Uh, where does it come from and what's it about? Okay, probably got to add in what transmaxing is, what the difference between that and being transsexual and being transgender is. Okay, transmaxing comes from the incel community, which means involuntarily celibate. It's a primarily men's thing, involuntarily celibate means that no relationships or sexual intercourse with women in long term relationships. Unable to, I guess, for whatever reason, unable to do that, and I guess it's been growing the last few years or more, and I'm going to be doing some more, probably some more and some separate things on incels, incel and incels at a later time. But just a brief description of what incel is. I guess it's been a growing group of. It's kind of been out and about, and it's usually online where they get together and talk about, discuss whatever it is they discuss, and they've been known to do some unfortunate things to people. Okay, and we'll get into that in another video. Um, so anyway, and a transsexual is someone like me, transitioning from male to female, or the opposite, from female to male, is transsexual. Transgender was supposed to take over for the word transsexual, and it's become such an umbrella term and an umbrella word that it says so many different meanings, it means almost virtually nothing anymore. And it's something I don't identify with anymore. And probably when it comes down to it, never really did. As like I said, it's just doesn't fit my life and what and who I am. So anyway, I guess these transmax. I guess there's a transmaxing manifesto. Okay, with a whole lot of different things, and they claim that there's you don't need to have gender dysphoria to try medically transition. Well, sorry, you're wrong. Okay. And if somebody's medically transitioning and says they don't have gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder, you're just a creep. You're just something's wrong with that. Because without the mental disorder, what is your real reason to transition, other than you want to appropriate being a female? Okay, I'm not looking to appropriate as a female. I'm looking to fit in and be seen as, even though I'm not. I've always been honest and truthful about that. And it's just, yeah, it's a little crazy and whacked out what's happening. And I seen some with researching a little bit into the transmaxing thing with incels. There's a little overlap with the woke gender ideology crap that's going on. And part of that would be not needing to have gender dysphoria to medically transition. And it's not quite right. When it comes down to it, I don't know. It's just okay. They claim to transition because transmaxers claim to try to medically transition because of the benefits that come with it and associated with medically transitioning. and I'll get into that. And they're claiming that there's they do it for some kind of a gain for themselves. Okay, and there's also they claim to have gender euphoria when they're able to do this. I'm like, there's no such thing as a gender euphoria. And they do this because they say claim to want to be because they can't have they have the inability to have a relationship with a female and an intimate relationship, long term intimate relationships with females for whatever reason. Okay, um, and it seems to be the young men, and oh god, yeah, I did take some notes. It seems that consistently being told how hard it is to be a man, and socially doesn't care. The society doesn't care about them. I don't know about all that. You know, although it's probably it probably is true that they do have a very hard time. They're celibate because they can't get into a relationships with women. Uh, um, and other societies, I don't know if it's to be quoted under Transmaxxing or not, but it's under societies, other societies that find that homosexuality is unacceptable, like in Islamic communities in Islamic countries. Um, they'll force gay men to medically transition, and also if I guess they're saying too that for whatever reason they brought up polygamy was brought up in some of these conversations, so it's like okay, they wanted people are forcing them to people to transition these gay men or incels or whatever, they're transitioning to add to the woman pool of women for men who have difficulty connecting and hooking up with and being in a committed long term relationship with women. Um, and I can understand that. It just that stinks. It really does. It sucks. I didn't seem to have that problem. Well, sometimes I did a little inadequate, maybe, but I've got three biological children. I was before long before I medically transitioned. That is not why I'm transitioning. It's like I have gender identity disorder slash gender dysphoria. That's why I'm medically transitioning. That's exactly why it's to alleviate some of that gender dysphoria, and gender identity disorder that I have, and I've been diagnosed with it. My life was sitting alleviated. Getting a little bit uh, just right is doing that. Is everything is this is just from the advanced order converted version 30 had for me because it was a person so those things like um, so about someone here I can or can be from and like gender crap, sex is no sex is either man or female. It is not. People cannot change from one sex to the other, like certain frogs can and worms can. You can't do that. It's not an assignment. It's actually what people are born as. People are either born as male or they're born as female. Biology matters. It's a reality. Sorry, it's not something imaginary fruitcake factory machine that happens. It's biology is a fact. Um, and they claim that gender can be controlled. Over and can make for an easier life. Yeah, well, lifestyle, you're wrong. You know, and it's just gender isn't biology. It's not in this whatever gender roles. Yeah, there's some things that have been made up as a social construct for gender, like color, clothing, and the like. It comes down to basic gender. For 99.99% of people, gender is has a biological connection. And I've gotten into that before, but those are just facts. Because females and males are born differently. And just because they're born differently, and the hormones from each one, whether to be testosterone primary or estrogen primary, there's different roles that each gender and sex play, and actually in reality do. Okay, and that's just it's a fact. It's been fact for over thousands of years, for millions of years, actually. Since people have been walking the earth, it's been a biological fact, and it can't be changed. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but it's a fact. Uh, it's like no. And goes on to some of the benefits and how to be trans. God, there's no benefits. One, um, superiority to female aesthetics. Two, access to um, the transband dating pool. Three, full body orgasm. Okay, I guess that happens. I've had that happen. Um, Multiple orgasms from penile stimulation. Five, feel emotion stronger and are happier on estrogen. Okay, well, for transmaxers, I don't know. But for me, yeah, I am. Breasts will become more sensitive, and yeah, mine have. We'll be able to attract cis lesbians if you look attractive enough. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's because you're lying to them. And be able to attract high quality males for sex. Wow. Yahoo. Oh, softer skin and less acne. And that's true from estrogen, yes. Live longer, yeah. I don't know about all that. It's been proven that whether it be trans male or trans female, his life expectancy's been short because of the medicalization of it, all the surgeries and the hormone replacement therapies. It takes a hard toll on the body. So I don't necessarily think that's all true. Um, oh God, and we'll be able to extract resources from men. It's like it seems like a lot of these things are just built in greed, um, selfishness, and self-centeredness. It's that boils down to. What can you do for me? That's really no way to live life. Um, no longer do dangerous and ideological things that males do while on testosterone. And yeah, man, males have a tendency to be a bit more outgoing, a little bit more thrill seeking, and stuff like that, and it can sometimes be dangerous. Yeah, and oh boy, can stop and reverse hair loss. Yeah, I think that's probably possibly true. It seems to added a little hair to my scalp anyway, for being on estrogen. Um, some of this is just kind of like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Is that's really what you're trying to transition for? I'm like, it makes no sense. Make it make sense. And people will treat you better if they think you're female. Well, maybe not. It depends on where you're at, what situations you get yourself into. Less likely to get killed. That could be true. Women don't have to go into combat forces. Women don't have to go to the military at all. Women don't have to sign up for the draft. Um, and a bunch of other things. And and access to female spaces like restrooms, because male restrooms they are gross and they're nasty. They can be gross and nasty, dirty. Seem to get dirtier quicker, and they do. And those are like, oh, okay, really cheaper car insurance. What do you do? Get good driving, have a good driving experiences, and your insurance will go down. It's a fact. Women are more cautious when it comes. Usually more cautious when it comes to driving, and that's just because there are biological differences between the sexes that bring about this stuff. You know, that's why. It's having gender dysphoria and gender identity disorder. It's kind of mandatory. It's like, why would you? There's no euphoria about transitioning or being trans euphoria. There is no such thing. This isn't easy. And then one of the other things, and then this thing is okay. Go get a diagnosis if you need one. Oh, okay. That go to propagate a lie. Because remember we talked about that they don't need to. They say claim to not have to have gender dysphoria, the transition. They're doing it because they're involuntarily celibate, not because they have gender identity disorder or gender dysphoria. They go get these diagnoses if they need to. They lie about it. Okay, and this is a big reason why transsexual people are having a hard time now getting. So we're getting having a hard time getting some of our medical procedures covered. Okay, I've had breast augmentation done with insurance paid for it. Vocal feminization insurance paid for it. Breast augmentation paid for. I already said that one. Oops. Anyway, yeah, and the only one thing that I'm having a hard time with my insurance being denied for is facial femme. They're saying it's not medically necessary, and I believe it's coming from people who are saying that you don't need gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder to medically transition. Pay for it out of your pocket. Stop lying about shit. Yeah, it's expensive. Not everybody that has gender dysphoria / gender identity disorder has the can afford all of it and need help with insurance, medical insurance to help pay for it for these procedures because it does get expensive. And I think that's exactly a lot of where this stuff is coming from. It's coming through from is come from the incels who thought up this transmaxing thing to get benefits from being female or appearing female. Okay, and it's causing problems for us who really have is mental health issues over it. And to have quality healthcare, the healthcare that we need to be able to transition, medically transition. Okay, stuff's not easy. It's not fun.
Amanda?
Yeah, I'm online right now. What's up?
I'm sorry. When you're done,
Okay.
message Danny real quick and tell him that when I'm done doing what I'm doing, I'll be right on with him. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't know.
All right, sorry. Yeah, they're okay. Sorry, guys. My roommate there wanted me to ask me to do some stuff. But yeah. Anyway, back to where we were at. Yeah, it just seems to bring up a lot of issues that just is not right. And and like I said, there's some issues with the incel community other than just that I'm going to discuss in other streams. Okay, and some of those their hatred for females because they won't give them the time for whatever reason. I guess aren't giving them the time of day, and a hatred for men that are having relationships, positive relationships with females and women. Okay, I guess some of them have been known to kill people and then commit suicide. And it's like, Yeah, not good. But like I say, I want to do some more research on that, on some of those things. There's some of the things that I found up in some of the research that I've done so far, and I don't have a lot of information about it, so I'm not going to talk a lot about it right now. And I'll bring more information, and I'm going to probably gonna do some more stuff on this Transmaxxing manifesto thing more. I'm going some more in depth stuff with it. I guess it's like 73 to 79 page manifesto, and it's like, okay. Um, anyway, yeah, that seems to be it for the time. So, uh, if you like it, give this a like, a thumbs up, and put comments in if you would like, please. It would be appreciated. Um, and if you'd like to donate, you could donate at through PayPal at hashtag DenMother Amanda. All one word, capital D for Den, capital M for Mother, and capital A for Amanda. All one word. And remember, you're all important. You all have value. You all have worth. If nobody told you they love you today, I love you. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day.